What if the emotions you've been avoiding aren't here to break you, but to finally free you? Some feelings don't just disappear over time. They don't fade with distractions or quiet down when you stay busy. They wait quietly in the background of your life, and then one day when you're alone, when it's quiet, or when something triggers you, they show up loud, uninvited, unprocessed. You know those feelings you keep avoiding: the sadness, the resentment, the guilt, the fear. This video is about what to do with them, because if you're like most people, you have been carrying feelings you never felt safe enough to face. Maybe you told yourself you didn't have time, or it didn't matter, or you should be over it by now. But those emotions, they don't go away. They just went underground. Today, though, we're going to bring them back to the surface safely and slowly so you can finally stop running. In this video, you're going to learn 5 truths: why some feelings stay buried, what avoidance does to your nervous system, the signs that buried emotions are trying to speak, and how to feel what you've been afraid to face, and how to begin releasing emotional weight one layer at a time. So let's start with the question that most people never ask. Why do we avoid feelings in the first place? Some emotions feel like they will drown us, so we learn to push them down, especially if we grew up around people who told us things like, "You're too sensitive, you're overreacting," or "just get over it." That teaches you to treat your own emotions like a threat. So instead of sitting with the sadness, you scroll. Instead of facing the fear, you numb out, you avoid, not because you're weak, but because you were never taught emotional safety. Avoidance isn't laziness, it's protection learned in the absence of emotional safety. And the longer you avoid, the more powerful those feelings become in the background. It's like putting unread mail in a drawer for months. You don't see it, but it's piling up, and eventually it starts to affect everything. And that drawer of emotion, it's waiting to be opened, but it doesn't need to be dumped out all at once, just opened gently. But while you avoid those emotions, something else is happening behind the scenes in your nervous system. When you avoid strong emotions, your body doesn't rest, it braces. Even if you're smiling or functioning, your nervous system is still in protection mode. That means tight shoulders, shallow breathing, trouble sleeping, and a constant feeling of being just a little bit off. I went through a season where I avoided grief so hard. I convinced myself I was fine, but my body wasn't. I couldn't relax, couldn't focus. I was always waiting for the next emotional wave to hit. The more you avoid feeling something, the more your body prepares to feel it anyway. Your body is very wise. It knows what you've buried, and it's not trying to punish you. It's trying to prepare you. It's kind of like avoiding emotion is like holding in a sneeze all day. Your body keeps bracing for the release, but it never comes. And over time, that tension becomes your new normal until you finally let the feeling move through. Now, with this being said, and you know when your body is holding on to something, because the signs always show up if you're paying attention. If you've ever been easily triggered by something small, it's probably not about the moment. It's about the buildup. Suppressed feelings do not stay silent forever. They speak through irritability, fatigue, distraction, even physical symptoms like headaches or stomach tension. One time, I snapped at someone over something simple. Later, I realized I wasn't mad at them. I was sitting on 3 weeks of sadness I had let myself cry about. That sadness was leaking into every conversation I had. Suppressed feelings do not go away. They redirect into your reactions. So, if your reactions feel bigger than the moment, that's a sign that there's something deeper asking to be felt. It's like trying to tape over a flashing check light engine. You can't ignore it, but the issue doesn't disappear. It just gets buried until it doesn't. And eventually, ignoring those feelings costs more, way more than confronting them. So the question is, how do you stop avoiding? How do you actually feel what you have been scared to face? You don't need to dive headfirst into every deep feeling at once. You just need to make space, one emotion at a time. That starts with naming it. I feel sad, I feel angry, I feel afraid. I don't want to feel this, but I will. Try saying it out loud or writing it. You'd be amazed at what happens when you give language to what's been locked away. You cannot heal what you won't allow yourself to feel. That emotion has waited long enough. You don't need to analyze it. You just need to be with it. It's like letting a storm pass through instead of trying to bottle the rain. You sit with it. You breathe through it. You survive it. And when it passes, you don't feel worse. You feel cleared. That brings us to this point. And when you begin to clear those emotional clouds, that's when the weight starts to lift. You don't heal by getting over it. You heal by honoring it, one moment at a time, one feeling at a time. And every time you show up and say, I'm willing to feel this, you peel back another layer. Some days you'll feel relief. Other days you'll feel raw, but both are proof that you're finally in process. You release emotional weight by feeling what you've been carrying, one layer at a time. And here's the beauty of it all. It doesn't all have to happen today. The fact that you're even watching this, that is the work. It's like carrying a heavy backpack for years. You may not drop it all at once, but every feeling you process is one brick removed. And even just one brick makes the load lighter. So let's take a moment to process one feeling together safely through reflection. Writing a journal isn't about having all the answers. It's about making space for your real self to speak. Today's prompt in your I Will Be My Best Today journal is this. What feeling have I been avoiding and why? Don't overthink it. Don't try to make it poetic. Just name it and let the page be your place where your truth has room to breathe. Journaling doesn't demand that you fix it. It just asks that you face it. And when you face something that you've been avoiding, it loses its power. I want you to think of journaling as emotional breathing room, a place where your fear can sit down, a place where your sadness can stretch out, a place where your truth doesn't have to hide anymore. Because when you stop hiding from your feelings, you do something very special. You start finding yourself all over again. You've been strong for so long, but strength doesn't always mean holding it in. Sometimes strength is saying, I'm ready to feel what I've been avoiding. Let's recap what you've learned today. We avoid feelings when they don't feel safe. Avoidance trains the body to stay on edge. Suppressed feelings leak through reactions, and feeling safety starts by giving emotions language. And emotional release happens in layers, not all at once. You don't have to process everything today. You just have to stop running from it. So breathe. You did something powerful today, something very powerful. So this is what I want you to do. Comment below what's one feeling you've been avoiding and you're ready to face. And if you haven't yet, subscribe, because day 4, which is coming up next, why you apologize for the things that aren't your fault. And don't forget the I Will Be My Best Today journal. Every layer you uncover deserves a home. The link is in the description below.